Hello everybody, this is Burgback coming to you with another Starcraft 2 commentary. Today's matchup, we will have Complexity CatZ spawning as the Red Zerg, and here you see him as Complexity Standard. This is one of his Battle.net accounts here. And on the other side of the map, we will have EP Gimix from Team Epidemic going against CatZ here as the blue Terran. We see a little Shattered Temple, and we're basically spawning close positions. This is a great position for CatZ to do some kind of Mutalisk harass coming right across the pond here, right where we see this Overlord coming out right now. And I'm wondering if Gimix is going to be able to stop that, if he's going to be going for some kind of defense up here. I mean, this is really, once they spot each other, they're going to know. And CatZ is going to really know in about 5 seconds that Gimix is right here and ready to to be plundered, so to speak, as Gimix just starts to build his supply depot at his lower ramp. You know, and CatZ is going to maybe have a little bit of upper hand here just because of this close position, unless Gimix can do something early on. I wouldn't be surprised to see some kind of early harass coming from Gimix just to slow down CatZ. You know, just like some kind of Hellion harass, you know, Blue Flame Hellions against a bunch of Zerglings, or even against all of these drones would be very devastating early on to CatZ if he would not be able to come back from that. And CatZ is doing his little standard viewing here. You know, he knows nothing's going to be up here. We do see that refinery coming down from Gimix. But CatZ just kind of scanning the area. He knows he can get a really fast viewing right here. And, of course, Gimix, seeing this Overlord, does know that CatZ is going to be in this area up on the top of the map here, the north position, instead of the east position that Gimix is spawned on. So they know, they know that each other are in a really close spawn, and CatZ going for that fast expand, which is really standard, of course, for the Zerg player. Just going for that spawning pool here, and really nothing too different about this game in the beginning here. We're not going for any kind of cheese here. It doesn't look like. We are just waiting for that spawning pool to come down. Orbital command coming up. No fast expand from Gimix here. At least none that we can see right now. It looks like we're just going for a standard starting build. We do have a couple Marines coming out just for defense right away. We do have that supply depot down, so he's not really expecting any kind of fast play coming from CatZ. You don't usually see that a whole lot. Of course, Gimix is in here just scouting out. He knows that spawning pool not down yet, so he can be a little safe. That fast expand, of course, I think he does know that fast expand is down. I mean, if he doesn't, yeah, he knows that fast expand is down. He knows what he needs to know right now. You know, Gimix is just going out there scouting, seeing what he needs to see. We don't have any kind of factor or anything coming out yet, of course. But we do have enough resources to do that. It looks like he's just saving up for a command center right there. So he's just going for his expand right away, not worrying about anything right away here. But it does look like he has another SCV coming out. So will we see another building coming out from Gimix? Yeah, we are. We're seeing that factory now coming out, so we're probably going to see some Hellions, like I said. The Marines out here just scouting out ahead. We do have that Spine Crawler coming out, and we do have a Queen up there defending this expansion if necessary. And, of course, Gimix having his little SCV up on the high ground, able to really scout that out and be able to kill that Overlord right away, forcing CatZ to build another couple Overlords just to compensate for that, because he was supply capped there for just a few seconds, not able to do anything, slowing him down just for a few, and sending those Marines back into his base. Factory almost done, as is that next command center. And the barracks now lifting off. Looks like he's going for a tech lab on that, so we might be seeing a little bit of tech there for his Marines and/or Marauders if he decides to go Marauders. And we are going to be seeing a reactor coming down for that factory. It might be even a tech switch getting this ready, going for Hellions early on, and maybe even going into Thors later. You know, this tech lab might not be used for those Marines and/or Marauders. Can CatZ going for the center here, just going to see for a little bit of vision. We do, of course, have those Hellions starting to come out and down with a bunker at the front of this expand, getting ready to fortify this expand with some Marines. And looks like they're rallied on that mineral field, which is kind of interesting. Command center coming down. We are morphing that into an orbital command. We are definitely going in for a little bit more of a mineral-based act here for Gimix. And we look back into the hatchery here. We are morphing into a layer. And it looks like we're just getting ready to really go into some use here. So we might be going into, like I said before, we might be going into a Spire tech just so we can harass early on here into Gimix's base. Of course, there's no defenses here right now. These Hellions up here doing a bit of harassment here and trying to get away from that Queen. Of course, not a whole lot that those Hellions can do at the moment in their slow numbers. We do have Blue Flame coming up, the Infernal Pre-Igniter coming down for those Hellions, so they're going to do a little bit more damage. And we do have a couple more Hellions coming out as well. As we look back inside the base, we do have nothing being researched from this tech lab, like I said, but it might have that there again for a tech switch later. We might be seeing, you know, if we go, and yeah, here we go. We do have another tech lab, of course, down on this factory. Scan coming down. Looks like he wants to do some kind of damage here. Oh, we are going to do a little bit of damage here to the creep tumor. He's going to try and slow down that creep. CatZ's doing a really good job right now, initially, of getting that creep spread down past his initial bases. And looks like he does want to get a lot of vision onto this from his base onwards towards Gimix's base. And this Queen just kind of coming out here, going very, very slow, trying to overextend. And will that creep tumor get taken out? It does look like that creep tumor does get taken out. So again, CatZ's not going to get that creep that he wants, but we are going to be bringing down 3 more creep tumors. He wants to get that down as fast as possible. But will it be out in time? We have more Hellions coming in from the base of Gimix. Looks like a Spire is now coming down for CatZ. Going to be bringing it down in an unusual space right out in the front here, of course. Just kind of keep it around. And oh, the crispy Zergling. The Blue Flame is done, and he is doing what he can. Gimix is doing what he can onto CatZ's unit. It's going to try and get into, do a little bit of damage here on the Queens. Not doing a whole lot of damage, of course, as he keeps losing some units here. And it looks like CatZ being pretty smart about this and getting his drones out of the way. We do have that Spire, and Gimix should see that Spire coming up and should know that things are going to be not going well here, of course, because he doesn't have a whole lot in production here for anti-air. We are bringing out another factory, so we're going to see a lot more coming out of these factories, I would see probably soon. And it looks like CatZ's going in for the counterattack down here, but Zergling's able to get really crispy really soon there with the bunch of the Marines in here helping them stave off, and also a bunch of Hellions able to do what they can. We do have 9 mutas in production right now, so it looks like we are going to be going for that muta build that I was talking about. It looks like CatZ is going to be getting a little bit damage here from these Hellions. Hellions not going to do a whole lot of damage. I mean, they are doing a little bit of damage, but these mutas going to be able to clean that up along with the Queens, and down goes all those units there. And it looks like CatZ is ready to do some repercussion justice here to Gimix. But Gimix does have a Thor up. He is ready and does have it in position here to defend. We do have that armory up in a precarious position here, as we do have the mutas now going against the Thor, and all of the SCVs coming off the line to help secure the store, help make that thing do not die. We are repairing. We do have 2 more Thors in production here, so it doesn't look like we're going to have too much going on here, but of course we do have a lot of kills from these mutas. These SCVs, poor SCVs, are losing HP from each hit onto that Thor. But the Thor looks like it's going to live. We only have 5 of the initial 9 plus mutas that came into attack here, and we do have those other Thors now starting to come out. We do have that other Thor up here, and of course CatZ, seeing that, he is going to decide to leave, I think. Yeah, he does. He has 3 left. He decides to leave, and looks like we have more SCVs coming into play here for Gimix, as he does have to replenish his load here of units that have been lost from that muta harassment. And it looks like muta's coming around again for a little bit more harassment. Down to 2 here, but these are full health ones. There's more of them coming into the fray, as the 2 that were damaged are coming back in to help as well. And again, the Thor just kind of sitting here, just looking pretty. We are going for a missile turret. It's not finished, though. It is coming up onto these mules. Mules are going to be going down with ease, and this Thor down here is just going to be doing what he can damage-wise onto these units. And this other Thor now finally coming up and forcing CatZ just to kind of back out here. As he's doing that, we are seeing expand here. We do have some Banelings up here as well, and this Destructible Rock's almost going to be down, as it looks like Gimix also having another orbital command, looking to get ready to expand down here as well. We are going for the +1 vehicle attack on these units, so we're going to see how that goes for, as we see how that goes for Gimix as well. I just lost my words there, I'm really sorry. But we do have a bunch of Banelings, a bunch of Zerglings going to start going into this lower area, and it looks like he wants to attack full frontal here, as we do have 2 barracks now building reactors. We're going to go mass Marines, it looks like. We do have those Zerglings coming up with the with the mutas, and of course we do have a Thor there to also help. The Orbital Command building some SCVs as well. And it looks like the Banelings coming in, they are getting destroyed, but you know what, bringing the SCVs in kind of takes some of that splash damage. And this Thor going to be getting, is it getting repaired? It's not getting repaired, and that Thor's going to be going down as well. We do have a bunch of Zerglings here, and this Siege Tank trying to stave off what he can. And the Thors, the extra Thors from the top coming in here, going to be taking out those Zerglings. I'm surprised that door was not raised to help guard that, but we do have all of these SCVs coming back down here to help to come back and mine. We do have a third base coming up for CatZ now, going to be going for that gold expand. And again, we don't have a whole lot going through. We do have upgrades. We have a bunch of roaches being made as well now for CatZ. So it looks like we're going to be transitioning to Ground Army. He knows he can't really do a whole lot against those Thors now with those mutas, especially if Gimix stays on those Thors. But it looks like he's transitioning a little bit to Siege Tanks. He knows, you know, we aren't going to be staying on Mutalisk for too long. But again, we do have a bunch of roaches here, and we do have Hellions kind of coming out here to scout, going around all the creep as more creep is coming up here. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Gimix coming in with these guys just to kind of take that creep out. CatZ doing a great job of course, extending his creep coverage. But it looks like, you know, not coming in here. Yeah, there's a scam. We're going to start taking out these creep tumors. We really want to slow things down. We don't want to, Gimix doesn't want CatZ to have too much of, you know, of a lead on coverage of the map. We'll see what's coming, what's going, and you know, Gimix really doing that and really taking advantage of that scan and taking out those creep tumors. We do have Caramus coming down, which, or I'm sorry, Ventral Sacs coming down, and the speed on the Overlord. So we're going to see probably a drop coming from CatZ as soon as these two upgrades are done. He's doing them both at the same time. We have Burrow coming down as well. So we're probably going to be seeing a drop of these roaches coming from CatZ very, very soon, which I wouldn't be surprised. We do have this expand, the gold expand now coming down from Gimix, and of course these mules going to be trying to get whatever they can from this gold expand as well. And I think this is, yeah, this is post-patch, so they aren't going to be getting you know, more minerals from those mineral veins. And it looks like Overlord's starting to go out. Maybe I'm not sure. Yeah, here we are. We do have some Overlords out here on the field, getting ready to look like we're going to be picking up this. I'm going to try and keep an eye on that. We do have the level 2 attack and armor coming from that, and look at all these upgrades coming from Gimix. We are going for more upgrades here, and we do have a bunch of tanks. No siege mode coming from those tanks, so it is almost done. We're about halfway through that siege mode upgrade. A lot of Marines, some Marauders, and a lot of Hellions as well. And it looks like we are converging here. Yeah, we're getting ready for the drop. But we do have a couple more roaches down here as well. Just kind of sitting pretty, not doing a whole lot. Just kind of sitting there waiting. Maybe serve as a diversion here at the south to try and keep Gimix away from the main army that's going to be coming in from CatZ. Down here we do have one missile turret that's going to be attacking. Might be able to take out one Overlord. I'm not completely sure. But the drop is coming down, and we do have roaches attacking, and it looks like down here Gimix is not even ready for it. He's now pulling back, but it might be a little too late as CatZ coming in, lifting up all of his Gimix lifting up all of his base units here. Armory is going to be getting hit a little bit, but we do have the units of Gimix coming in now. A Thor, no, I'm sorry, not a Thor. We have siege tanks coming out from that. Marauders coming in from the barracks, and it looks like we are trying to do as much damage as possible here, and it looks like Gimix might have this. Gimix might be able to hold this off. The Thor's not able to come in here and do any damage, though. They're just sitting here. These tanks not able to do anything. They're not moving, and these Thors, if they'd be able to get up, we'd see a bigger change here in the dynamic of this battle. But again, these Thors not able to do anything, and that's kind of a shame as all these Overlords flying away, and they're like, you know what? Our job is done here. Thank you very much. More roaches coming down from the top, from the north. 164 to 82 army count or supply right now for both sides. And it looks like CatZ might just be able to have this. Tanks doing a great job sieged up here, but they're not going to be able to do anything now that the roaches are in close proximity. And roaches just digging these SCVs out of here and keeping Gimix on a defensive right now. It looks like we can, yeah, we do have roaches going down and staying down. Not much that they could do here, but you know, again, CatZ can keep this down here, keep these guys here just for some vision, and it looks like Gimix is just backing out. I'm surprised we don't have a scan going down. Of course, we don't have any energy for a scan, as we have more roaches up here on the north doing more attacking, and just going to be doing what they can, trying to keep Gimix out and away, and it looks like it's really working. Gimix's core is 76 to 167 right now on the supply count. It's not looking good for Gimix here, and I might be thinking Gimix might be tapping out very, very soon. Gimix not being able to change his dynamic at all. We do have more units coming down from the front here. What do we have inside there? More roaches inside that Overlord, but again, we have units down here being able to scout what's going on. We have units up here still harassing, and down goes that command center, the main command center for Gimix, as you know, these roaches doing what they can and taking out any unit that they can in their fight. And then coming down on this expand, the gold expand, we do have some tanks here, but you know, those tanks aren't going to be doing anything as Roach is coming out and taking that out. And yeah, there's Gimix tapping out with the GG. So really well played on both sides, you know. Gimix just not being able to hold up to CatZ's power of the Zerg here. Just, you know, great spread, like I said, by CatZ. And, you know, the Thors were great in the beginning, but, you know, with those mutas. But then he had to transition to tanks, which was great for these roaches. But man, CatZ just being able to bring out so many roaches at one time and just keeping his army count. Look at that, at 192 at the end compared to the 55 of Gimix. Gimix just not being able to keep up. And you know, just like I said here, you know, at this ramp, just bringing his units up and just kind of keeping them here and not allowing the Thors that were at the bottom of this ramp to come up and do some explosive damage on those roaches. You'd see a lot more army right now from Gimix in that area, and just the way he had some of these things situated, like the tanks on this area here that were bunched up. If he had them a little bit spread out, he might have had a little bit more luck with that. You know, just that's how it falls sometimes. You know, sometimes you just can't keep up with all of it, but congrats to both players. Keep making an interesting game. And congrats to CatZ for winning it. So we'll see you guys next time. But before I go, if you guys liked this video, please make sure to hit that like button. And please make sure to subscribe if you did like this, if you like my videos. I really do appreciate it. I love subscribers. And again, leave comments down below on what you thought of this game. I'll talk to you guys next time. Take care.